My family, more and more people are opening their eyes and they are saying that indeed the palace fooled members of the public in the UK and all across the globe using their allies, the British tabloid press. My family, Sky News themselves, let me remind you what they said a couple of days ago, my family. Kindly, please, let me remind you of this, please.
William has given an update on the Princess of Wales's health. Kate revealed in September she had completed chemotherapy after the discovery of precancerous cells in March. The Prince was speaking
after the discovery of pre-cancerous cells in March. Pre-cancerous cells in March. Now, my family, let me just read you, something, my family, of what my family pre-cancerous cells, my family, what they are, and my family, what it even means. For those, my family, who don't know what it means. Now, my family, pre-cancerous cells are abnormal cells that could undergo changes and turn into cancer cells as time goes by. Meaning, from that definition, it means that Kay Moulton, my family, has never ever had cancer. She has never ever had cancer, my family. So clearly, the palace fooled members of the public. But the thing is, they never ever fooled me. I was never ever fooled by them. I remember from the moment we all saw that speech by Kay Moulton, my family, whereby she was, my family, revealing why she was not seen for, my family months. And Kate said that she was undergoing, my family, preventative chemotherapy. I remember what I told you all. The palace chose their words very, very carefully. They chose their words very, very carefully. And they were careful not to say that Kate, my family, has cancer. They were very, very careful. They were very, very careful not to say that Kate Moulton, my family, has cancer. And I remember telling you all this. And my family, these lies that the palace keep on feeding the public, using the UK media as a weapon to lie and deceive members of the public, shows you that my family tabloids, first of all, have so much ammunition, so much dirt really, on members of the royal family. You know what? Let me remind you, my family, of what Kate said at the time, my family. So, once again, my family, can you please look at this, my family, please?
Fantastic medical team who have taken great care of me, for which I'm so grateful. In January, I underwent major abdominal surgery in London, and at the time, it was thought that my condition was non-cancerous. The surgery was successful. However, tests after the operation found cancer had been present. My medical team therefore...
My family, tests after the operation showed that cancer had been present. The use of past tense. The use of past tense, my family. Continue, my family, hearing this, please, kindly.
Advised that I should undergo a course of preventative chemotherapy, and I'm now in the early stages of that treatment.
My family, doctors advise that she undergoes a course of preventative chemotherapy. My family. Now, what does that even means, my family? Now, preventative chemotherapy, my family, here's what my family, this means, my family, and how it is basically, defined. My family, it refers to giving chemotherapy after the cancer has been removed to prevent the cancer from returning. So my family, then why were UK media saying so oftenly that Kate, my family, has cancer? Why were they saying that? Why were they saying that? It shows you that the public have been lied to. And the reason why, my family, I am reminding you all of this is because people are talking. People are talking. People are talking, my family. And let me even read you some comments also from people online, my family, after Sky News reveals that Kate Middleton had pre-cancerous cells. Let me read you this kindly. Now, someone who goes by the handle Dr. Louis, my family, say this and I quote, like Kate Middleton, I had pre-cancerous cells. The treatment took less than an hour. It wasn't chemotherapy. It was simple removal of the cells because that's how you treat them. And I took precisely 1 day of work. 1 day. But Kate was not seen publicly for months. For months. For months. Kate was not seen publicly. And now the royal family want to drag her out to deflect from their scandals of taking money from charities that they are supposed to represent. From the scandal of people finding out that indeed Kate Middleton did not have cancer. People are talking. And all the firm want to do, using the UK tabloids, their PR arm, is to deflect. In my family, a couple of months ago, when Prince Harry spoke to ITV's Rebecca Barry, he was saying, for example, on his cases versus the tabloid media, he was saying he would love it if his family would, if his extended family, William, Charles, my family, and the others, would join him even in my family taking on the British tabloid press. And you know what? The sad thing is, that's never going to happen. That is never going to happen. Do you know why? Number one, because of the immense dirt that the UK tabloid media have on senior members of the royal family. That tells you that my family, indeed, no matter what happens, there is no way that Charles will ever intervene to help Harry in his cases suing the British tabloid media. Even though that's what Harry would want, Charles will never ever intervene to help out Prince Harry, because senior members of the royal family have dug a hole for themselves so deep that they can never ever climb out of, a hole whereby they have lied to members of the public using the British media. And my family, the tabloids, they know of all the dirty secrets that senior members of the royal family have, that William has. They have that on William, on Kate, on Charles, on Camilla. That my family, if they decide to speak up or speak out, my family, they could sink the monarchy just like that. And that's why when Harry sues the UK tabloid press, Charles is the first one to make a phone call to Prince Harry. Come over here. Come to Buckingham Palace. We have a meeting today because Harry, number one, you need to drop your cases, your lawsuits against the UK tabloid media, because it makes our real relationship with the tabloids complicated. Charles told Harry, according to Harry's memoir spare. You know, my family. That's what Charles told Harry. What my family Charles was trying to defend or protect is what the tabloids have on him, have on William, have on Kate, have on Camilla. That's what really Charles was trying to, my family, protect from, by keeping UK media at bay, by trying to control his son Harry, by trying to get Harry to drop his lawsuits against the UK tabloid media. Think about this. Whenever Harry sues the tabloids, the first thing that we see Carnival, all so-called experts, like Piers Morgan, for example, saying, oh, you know what, Harry, wants to destroy the monarchy, wants to destroy the royal family. Remember, Harry is suing Daily Mail, The Mirror, The Sun. He isn't suing Charles or William or Kate or Camilla. He is suing the British tabloid media. However, the family, carnival of so-called experts who've done dirty, illegal things. When Harry sues them, they call it an attack on the royal family, an attack on the monarchy. Because my family, UK media, because of the power that they have amassed, due to, instead of holding people in power to account, they hold them to ransom. They have put themselves at the same level as the monarchy, as senior members of the royal family. My family, look at how, for example, carnival of so-called experts sometimes speak about members of the royal family in a very, very disrespectful way. And they do that because they know they have so much dirt on them. My family, they have so much dirt on them. And they can sink them if they want to. My family. And that's why my family, even Harry himself said this. It is so sad that to see how UK media, instead of holding people in power or even the government to account, they hold them to ransom. It is very, very sad to see what is my family going on. It's so sad even that Prime Minister Keir Starmer, my family, made a deal with the Murdoch-owned press, with the British media, whereby before he even became Prime Minister, he agreed that if he does win the elections, my family, he will not be pushing for Leveson Inquiry Part 2 to investigate the media and their, my family, corrupt, unethical relationship with the police, my family, and what they have on my family, the data they have on members of the royal family and senior top government officials. My family, that is awful. That is terrible. That is so my family terrible, really. But sadly, if you do want to become prime minister in the UK, you somehow have to play ball with the UK tabloid media, with the Murdoch-owned press, with the European-owned press. If not, they can sink you just like that. Now, my family, because they have so much dirt on senior members of the royal family, because they have so much dirt, my family, on top government officials, because they have so much dirt on them, and senior members of the royal family, they have to make them, play ball with them, my family, and that isn't right. That isn't right, my family. And that's why, even if Prince Harry would want for Charles or William to support his cases against the tabloid media, they will never ever do such a thing. Because to my family, the UK tabloid media, if they fall, they will not go down on their own. They'll take the monarchy with them. And that's why senior members of the royal family are terrified of the UK tabloid media. That's why Charles, my family, is terrified of them. Because as Harry said, oh, how Charles loves their love, but he hated their hate, my family. And he doesn't want them to turn on him. Charles does not want that at all. My family, he is willing to throw his own son under the bus just to protect himself. That's someone who's a failed father. And that's my family who Charles is. That is just who Charles is. He's a failure as a father. And that's who he'll always be, a failure. It is sad. My family, it is true. That my family is who Charles is. My family. Someone else called Meral Hussein said this, and I quote, around 40% of women will have abnormal or precancerous cells. I also had this treated at an outpatient visit and was back at work the next day as you described. My family, these are testimonies from women, my family, who discovered that they had precancerous cancerous cells. They did not go missing for months. My family. They did not take a 6-month or my family 8-month break or my family an entire year off. The next day, they were back at work, working to be able to get enough money to pay their own bills. You know, my family. So my family, once again, what we are seeing from all this is that the monarchy is, my family, a symbol of inequality, of great, my family, inequality. And my family, that isn't right. That is just not right, my family. And many people are now opening their eyes to see, my family, how they have been fooled by members of the royal family. And you all know my theory here of what happened. There were issues between William and Kate Moulton, serious issues that they've been trying to resolve for months. My family. Maybe William wanted to leave Kate Moulton, and Kate wanted to ensure that that never happens. And Kate may have won, my family battle. My family. But my family, will she win the, war eventually, my family? Will she win in the long term? My family, that remains to be seen. That remains to be seen. So my theory is that Kate and William had problems. And they still have those problems, my family. They still have those, my family, problems that they are trying to resolve. But clearly, my family, they are living extremely separate lives. My family, that's the truth and nothing but the truth. I'll even talk about this even more in my next video. But something is just not right between William and Kate Moulton. Now, couples fight. They do, my family. Any couple, fight, they have arguments, my family. It's not unusual. But something big must have happened. Seriously, big must have happened that William, my family, that Kate Moulton went missing for months. Something really, really huge must have happened. And my family, whatever deal that Kate was able to negotiate, must have, my family, somehow worked, for her. Must have, my family, worked for her. But clearly, my family, William doesn't want to be, around her more times than my family he has to. I mean, look at, for example, the trip that William took to my family, South Africa. Kay wasn't there. If it was Harry and Meghan, and that, my family, happened, my family, as we saw Harry going to New York, the UK, South Africa, Lesotho, UK media was spreading divorce lies about Harry and Meghan. Or because Harry went on a work trip. But when William does it, it's okay. It is normal. It's not unusual. My family. The kind of double standards in how the media covers Harry, Meghan versus Kate and William is so, my family, obvious. It's so obvious. Whereby when it comes to Harry and Meghan, they spread negativity, lies, divorce lies about Harry and Meghan. But when it's William and Kate Moulton, they cuddle them, protect them, give them positive press, my family, and cover for them. And my family, in any single planet, it's important to have a media that is not biased, that is fair. And sadly, in Britain, they just don't have that. They just don't have that. They just don't, my family, have that. And also, a while back also, we saw, my family, an image of someone who wasn't even my family, Kate Moulton. At the time, my family making, a walk with Prince William a while back. And my family, everything just suspicious and awkward. And even James O'Brien himself reacted to it. Let me show you, my family, what James O'Brien said, my family, at the time, kindly. Look at this.
Publish it, and we're all supposed to go, oh, thank goodness for that, she's fine. But if we were worried that she wasn't, what the hell is going on? That they go to a garden centre and a member of the public, one member of the public in the whole garden centre takes some footage of them from his car. He doesn't even get out of his car. And then the newspaper gets hold of it and they publish it, and we're all supposed to go, oh, thank goodness for that, she's fine. But if we were worried that she wasn't fine, why wouldn't they? I just don't know what's... And this is basically British broadcasting now for the last 3 weeks. It's just a bunch of people sitting around looking at photographs going, I don't know what's going on. Do you know what's going on? I don't know what's going on. Do you know what's going on? I don't know what's going on. And here's our royal expert who also doesn't know what's going on, but will say some words that sound vaguely plausible. Hello, I'm the royal expert. What you have to understand is that she's a young mother and has children. And children and arms. She also has arms and legs and hair. And therefore we must all be most mindful at this time of her privacy. And also, I think she should come out of privacy and tell us all that she's okay. Okay, I've no idea what is going on, but the longer it goes on, the more, just as a nice...
My family, that's what James, my family, O'Brien said at the time, whereby my family, Kate was, not seen publicly for months, and then the royal family were coming up with my family, was staging, some kind of walk between William, my family, and someone who looked like Kim Moulton, a Kate lookalike family. It was so awkward, so extremely awkward. And that's why I firmly believe this, that there were big issues between William and Kim Moulton. Maybe William, my family, hurt Kim Moulton so badly, and Kate, my family, did not want to be seen with him for a while. And William wanted a divorce. Kate said, no, it's not happening, because my family, we all know, if Kate and William divorce, that will be bad news for Kate Moulton. I'll tell you why, because she can't handle a fraction of the kind of harassment that Harry and Meghan have been put through all these years. She just can't handle that. And she knows she can't, my family, handle that. And also, her family's party pieces business went bust, my family. So Kim Moulton would never ever want a divorce with Prince William. But my family, that doesn't mean William has to stand her or want to be around her. And my family, that's why you're seeing so much, limited appearances between my family that William and Kim Moulton are making together. My family, of course, a couple don't have to make appearances together, my family, so oftenly. But you must admit, it's so awkward that when Harry and Meghan go out, or maybe my family, Harry goes out on his own without Meghan for a work trip for weeks, UK media spread divorce rumors about Harry and Meghan. But then when it's William and Kim Moulton, they don't do the same thing. And that tells you really of the kind of biasness that exists in my family in the British media landscape. And that has got to end. That has got to stop, my family. It has got to end, and it has got to stop. My family. It is important to condemn toxicity and the many lies that the farm keep on spreading. Because even the kind of dirt that UK media have on senior members of the royal family, it is so much that my family, Charles, can never ever side with Prince Harry against the UK media. He can never do that. And he is never going to do that. He will never ever side with his son over the UK media because of the kind of dirt that UK media have on him, have on William, have on Kate, have on Camilla. My family, I must disagree with James O'Brien on just one thing. My family, role experts, British media, they knew what was going on with Kate Moulton. They knew. And remember what their biggest fear is. My family, UK media, as long as senior members of the royal family are upfront with them, brief them, they will hide the dirt that my family, that whatever is going on, they'll cover for them. They cover for William, for Kim Moulton, for Charles, for Camilla. They'll cover for them as long as they are told what's going on. They'll cover for William. They'll cover for Kim Moulton as long as they're told what's going on. And that's why I say this. They knew what was going on with Kim Moulton. They just couldn't say publicly, my family, for fear also of being cut off by senior members of the royal family from the royal rota, from access to my family stories that senior members of the royal family keep on briefing and feeding the UK public media. Remember what this carnival of so-called expert called Patrick Christie's on GB News said, that the rota, they fear so much being cut off from stories by the royal family. So they'll have to play ball and do or say whatever it is they're told to say. And that's why also we say this. Every attack, every insult, every abuse that my family has been directed towards Meghan have all been approved by senior members of the royal family. It is so sad, but it's true. My family, it is true. That's what's happened. That's what's gone on. And there are things that you see and you must condemn. And the bullying of Meghan and Harry, my family, is so obvious and it must be condemned. My family, it must be condemned. It must be condemned. It must be condemned. My family, it must be condemned, my family. You know? And Prince Harry is on a mission to hold tabloids accountable for the pain they've caused him and my family, his wife Meghan, and also my family, his late mother, the late Princess Diana. Because my family, if Harry can't fight them, then who can? Who can? The government? Of course not, they can't do that. You know, for you to become even prime minister in the UK, you need the blessings of Murdoch. So they can't, you know, take on the tabloid media, the family. The royal family, UK media have so much dirt on them that they can sink them like that. And my family is just concerning to see what is going on. Extremely just concerning. And my family must keep on condemning these attacks, harassment of Harry and Meghan, which my family sadly is continuing. It is disgraceful, really, how the firm have lied to the public and how they have kept on lying to the public. It is wrong, and my family must be condemned. It must be condemned. And sadly, tabloids are complicit, my family, in lying on behalf of senior members of the royal family. And also, my family, you can't claim to be a reporter or a journalist when you help my family and an institution lie to the public. You cannot. And right now, I want to hear your opinion on what we have just discussed. For the truth is being revealed. The truth is being revealed. My family, I'm not surprised that Kate and William are liars. They've always been liars. Always been liars. Tabloids my family, always been liars. And my family is disgraceful, really, what they've been doing, how they've been lying to the public. It is disgraceful, my family, and must be condemned and called out. So right now, I want to hear your opinion on what we have discussed. May God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, and also Lilibet, Diana, and Doria Ragland. My family Ragland, and all of you members of the squad at home. He never wins, love wins, and stay tuned to our next video. Love you all forever, and may God bless you, my family, and may no weapon formed against Harry, Meghan, Archie, and also Lilibet, Diana, and my family will prosper. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.